What if you could uncover the hidden rules that have governed power for over 3,000 years? Imagine mastering influence, strategy, and control in every area of life, from business to relationships. Today, we unlock the 48 Laws of Power, a timeless guide that reveals the art and science of power like never before. Stay with us. This knowledge could change everything. Welcome to BookMind Audio Summaries. Today, we embark on a profound exploration of one of the most controversial and deeply insightful works on power ever written, Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. For the next 20-plus minutes, prepare yourself to see human nature, leadership, and influence through a lens sharpened by 3,000 years of history, human tactics, and the raw truth behind power's workings. Power is not about morality, it is about survival and mastery. It is a natural force, like fire. It can warm your home or burn it down. Understanding power means knowing the rules that govern human behavior, whether in courts, boardrooms, or social circles. Greene's laws are warnings, strategies, and reflections that teach you to navigate this complex terrain successfully, either to rise, to protect, or to fight back. Understanding the nature of power, a game without rules. Power is a game played daily, often unconsciously, by everyone. It dictates who leads, who follows, who gains advantage, and who becomes prey. Greene asks us to shed naive ideals and see power honestly, as a chessboard of cunning moves, alliances, betrayals, and appearances. The powerful are not just born, but made by understanding manipulation of perception, control of self, and unyielding strategic thinking. This book is the manual to becoming that strategist. Law 1. Never outshine the master. The art of strategic humility. The first law warns boldly. Always make those above you feel superior. If you make them feel like they are more brilliant than they are, you will attain heights safely. Envy is the most insidious poison in power dynamics. Masters who feel outshined become dangerous adversaries. Greene illustrates this with the tragic story of Nicolas Fouquet, finance minister to Louis XIV, whose lavish party was meant to showcase power, but instead ignited jealous wrath. The lights of brilliance should never be so bright as to cast shadow on your superior. This law teaches the art of subtlety, of self-control, and emotional intelligence in leadership and influence. Be the flame whose light warms but never blinds. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. The power of mystery and deception. Transparency and pursuit of power is a fatal weakness. Greene unmasks the potency of secrecy, disguise, and indirect strategy. Power operates in darkness, in uncertainty, where opponents misstep from blind spots. Historical genius Otto von Bismarck exemplifies this law by cloaking his intentions, spreading misinformation, and keeping European powers off balance while he unified Germany. The deliberate concealment of true plans confuses and paralyzes adversaries. This chapter deepens our understanding that power thrived on the deliberate control of information, messaging, and psychological warfare. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. The magnetic force of visibility. Power demands presence. Greene reminds us that invisibility equals irrelevance. Leaders and influencers harness boldness, eccentricity, and spectacle to monopolize attention and shape narratives. The story of P.T. Barnum, the showman who built an empire on flamboyance and spectacle, demonstrates how calculated outrageousness and showmanship translate into unmatched influence. Even negative attention serves as fuel. This law forces us to reconsider the power of image construction and the economics of attention in social and professional domains. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. The ruthless calculus of power. Power demands decisiveness in dispatching opposition. Greene argues partial victories harbor lingering threats. Historical case studies like Caesar Borgia show ruthless totality is the path to lasting dominance. This law explores the balance of mercy and ruthlessness, how delayed action can sow seeds of downfall. By permanently eliminating threats, power consolidates. It is a sobering reminder that power is often won and lost in extremes of resolve. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Psychological insight as a weapon. Understanding human nature is critical. Greene invites us to explore weaknesses, desires, insecurities, the leverage points within every person. The analogy of a thumbscrew represents the leverage that can be applied to influence or control others, from fellow politicians to colleagues. Knowledge of the subtle and often hidden drivers of behavior becomes a strategic arsenal. Perception as power. Shaping reality through appearances. Power is perception management. Greene argues that mastery over how others perceive you and each interaction shapes outcomes far more than brute force or honesty. History teaches the ability to appear confident, mysterious, unassailable, or generous can turn tides without a single forceful word. By carefully crafting image and narrative, you create realities others cannot resist. Practical applications and self-reflection. How consciously do you manage your own persona and image? Are you aware of powers and motives within your social or professional circles? Where might strategic humility and deliberate misdirection serve you best? Who in your life wields power that you need to understand better? Tease for segment 2. Next, we will uncover the laws that teach strategic boldness, social influence, and psychological mastery, enriched with captivating historical narratives and modern-day lessons to fuel your journey towards commanding power consciously. Welcome back to Bookmind Audio Summaries, where we explore the timeless truths behind human behavior and influence. In this segment, we dive deeper into Robert Greene's laws that govern the social chessboard, laws that teach us how to use enemies wisely, manipulate appearances, control attention, and navigate relationships with cunning grace. Law number 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Use enemies instead. Greene opens this law with a powerful, unsettling truth. Friends can betray you more quickly than enemies. Why? Because friends get comfortable, complacent, and envious. They may feel entitled to favors, resent your success, or fail to challenge your views. In contrast, enemies often have more to prove. A former enemy converted into an ally can be fiercely loyal because they expect nothing and want to earn everything. They tend to be more honest and valuable than friends who have grown soft. Historical example. Michael III of the Byzantine Empire trusted his friend Basilius, a former servant. Basilius gained immense power and wealth, but ultimately betrayed Michael, even orchestrating his assassination. Greene's lesson: don't confuse friendship with loyalty when power's at stake. Practical advice: keep your circle strategic. Balance trust with caution. Use competition to fuel creativity and vigilance. On occasion, hire or partner with former enemies who bring value and drive. Law number 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Greene teaches the power of controlling the field of play. When you make others come to you, you maintain control, a tactical advantage that disorients opponents. Napoleon's exile to Elba is an iconic example. His scheming foes thought isolating him was the end, but through patience and careful manipulation, he lured support back and reclaimed power, only to be defeated later due to broader forces. Key insights. Control tempo by withholding action. Avoid impulsive reactions. Direct events calmly. Use bait. Create tempting offers or illusions that draw adversaries in. Practical application. In business meetings or negotiations, let others reveal their positions first. In social conflicts, stay calm and measured, allowing opponents to reveal weaknesses. Law number 15. Crush your enemy totally. The importance of decisive victory. In the ruthless game of power, Greene argues a partial victory is often the root of your downfall. Leaving enemies alive, even wounded, allows them to recover and seek revenge. Example: Cesar Borgia, Renaissance noble, crushed opponents mercilessly, securing power with decisive finality. This law evokes the harsh but pragmatic principle: leadership and survival demand thoroughness and resolve. Law number 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Vanity fuels desire. Greene explains that scarcity makes things more valuable. When you become too available, you lose allure. By withdrawing occasionally, you reignite interest and command respect. This tactic works from social circles to branding. Celebrities often disappear before launching major projects, sparking anticipation. Law number 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew, the key to influence. Everyone has vulnerabilities. Greene's ruthless advice is to identify and understand the target's deepest insecurities, desires, or hidden secrets, one's thumbscrew. By leveraging this knowledge, you gain power over emotions and decisions. This psychology isn't about cruelty, but strategic insight. Law number 44. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Raw power alone breeds resistance. Greene emphasizes seduction, the ability to win loyalty and influence through appealing to emotions and self-interest. The successful manipulator understands that people want to feel valued, understood, and part of something greater. Appeal to their hopes, fears, and desires to earn willing obedience. Law number 45. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Mirroring opponents' behaviors and attitudes can confuse and unsettle them. Greene illustrates how mimicking an adversary's moves not only buys you time, but also provokes overreactions. This mirror effect is a psychological weapon, demonstrating control while promoting frustration and doubt in the opposition. Law number 46. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Radical change triggers backlash. Greene teaches to introduce reform gradually, gaining acceptance before pressing further. Historical revolutions often fail when they move too fast. The successful leader is a master of incremental adaptation, deep reflection, and application. Where do you see trust given too freely in your life or work? How can you create controlled bait to influence outcomes? Are there conflicts where decisive action rather than compromise is needed? How might you better cultivate loyalty by appealing to emotion and identity? transition teaser. In the next segment, we will explore further the laws of power related to timing, reputation, and unpredictability. You'll learn how to guard your image, strike with perfect timing, and weave flexibility into your strategy. Welcome back to BookMind Audio Summaries. We have explored foundational laws of power and the subtle tactics of influence. Now, we conclude with the essential principles for protecting your standing, maneuvering wisely through change, and ensuring that power is sustained, not merely seized. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Greene teaches that your self-presentation dictates how others perceive and treat you. Confidence is compelling. It demands respect. When you carry yourself with dignity and grandeur, you cultivate authority naturally. Historical leaders who embodied regal composure often commanded more influence than those with titles alone. This law extols mastery of poise and self-worth as the bedrock of power. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Create confusion and chaos. Strategic disorder disrupts opponents' patterns and control. Greene reveals how creating confusion, whether through rumors, diverse strategies, or unexpected actions, can fracture resistance and create opportunity. Sun Tzu famously advocated for such tactics. Greene recounts stories from warfare and politics where deliberate chaos was weaponized. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. What's offered for nothing is dangerous. Free offers often come with hidden cost. Greene advises asserting independence by paying your own way. This ensures autonomy, avoids entanglements, and projects strength. This principle applies across business, social alliances, and psychological boundaries. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Change, radical or abrupt, can provoke backlash. Greene illustrates how gradual reform preserves stability and cements loyalty. Successful leaders introduce novelty subtly, respecting tradition while steering transformation. They soothe resistance through incremental improvement. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Display occasional harmless flaws to humanize you and diffuse envy, which breeds secret enemies. Greene recommends acknowledging minor weaknesses or faults strategically to appear approachable and real while masking greater strengths. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Greed and arrogance often lead victors to ruin. Greene stresses restraint. Knowing when to consolidate gains and avoid overreach preserves power. The downfall of many rulers is traced to hubris and overexpansion beyond safe limits. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Be fluid, adaptable, and unpredictable. The ultimate law in Greene's Codex is to be a master of change. Fixed plans and rigid identities become liabilities in volatile environments. Like water, the adept adapt seamlessly, shift tactics, and flow into opportunities unpredictably. Being formless keeps you elusive and invulnerable. Protecting your reputation, the crown jewel of power. Greene emphasizes reputation as foundational. It opens doors and wards off attack. Guard it fiercely, build it continuously, and manage your image with precision. Slander and scandal can undo decades of work overnight. The wise preempt threats with proactive reputation management and strategic diplomacy. Strategic timing and patience. Timing is the hidden key behind successful operation of power laws. Greene advises waiting for the right moment to act decisively. Hasty moves waste resources and provoke failure. Waiting, observing, and striking when conditions are optimal honors both wisdom and instinct. Historical and modern lessons. from Napoleon's patience to Cleopatra's seduction, from modern CEOs managing corporate power plays to politicians navigating media, Greene's laws resonate across eras. The lessons remind us that power, above all, is dynamic, a constant balancing act between assertion and restraint, influence and discretion. Reflective application. How do you protect and build your personal reputation daily? When might patience, restraint, or unpredictability serve you better than force? What form do you presently take, and how might flexibility amplify your influence? Where do you see risks of overreach or envy undermining your progress? Final motivational reflection. Power is complex and prone to moral ambiguity, but its understanding is essential for anyone who aspires to lead or safeguard their influence. The 48 Laws of Power offers no moralizing. It offers mastery. This mastery is earned by those who learn history's hard lessons, practice strategy as an art, and navigate the human soul with care and caution. Thank you for joining this complete exploration of the 48 Laws of Power. Let these laws inspire, protect, and guide you through the intricate dance of human influence. Remember, power is not given, it is taken, honed, and wielded wisely. The 48 Laws of Power doesn't just teach tactics. It opens your eyes to the often unspoken reality of influence and authority. Its lessons invite you to see power clearly, beyond good and evil, and to navigate its currents with skill and awareness. Remember, power is a game of perception, patience, and strategy. Use these laws thoughtfully to protect yourself, build your legacy, and lead with wisdom. Your journey towards mastery starts by embracing knowledge, reflection, and deliberate action. If this summary inspired or challenged your perspective, please like the video and subscribe to BookMind Audio Summaries for more powerful insights from best-selling books. Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. How will you apply these laws in your life? And if you know someone who could benefit, don't hesitate to share this video. Together, let's unlock the power within every story. Thank you for listening to BookMind Audio Summaries. Keep this knowledge close as you move through your own story. And remember, the wise master power with thoughtfulness and care. Stay curious, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.